The next game – oh, fuck. The next game was the Liberty Flames. I called it. Beating Virginia Tech 38-35. But should have been Liberty's win.
Should it have what?
Should Liberty have won? I mean, I heard that when I was listening to the radio, they brought up the Liberty thing and how apparently the kicker kicked the ball. It was blocked. Virginia Tech took it back. And upon further review, they realized that Virginia Tech called a timeout and iced themselves.
Yeah, they if anything, I mean, it's a case of they should have won it, but Virginia Tech hosed themselves.
Yeah.
Dumb call.
Well, the thing is,
trying to be clever.
If there was a timeout, they should have never been able to snap it. They should have never been able to take the ball and run it. If there's a timeout called, they call it right then and end the fucking play. So how is it that you had to go to review to see the fucking guy go like this, timeout, and then realize, oh, fuck, we fucked up. Well, Liberty gets another shot because Virginia Tech called the timeout. And then they fucking, the kicker, after getting one block, just said, fuck you, right down the fucking pipe. And the Flames win. Was it a good game? Yes. Was it a game that had much controversy? Absolutely. But the Flames will take it.
There was a lot of that. I noticed that. There's a lot of that. Normally, you'd zone in one game and think where your controversy is, but with college, loads of it. The state of officiating was so inconsistent on a lot of the games as well, and brings up now. I have it on good authority. They're not paid very much, the college ones, and that's a problem right there. Like, pay your goddamn officials, and have to pay them the earth. But come on, you got a head coach over there who's on what $6-7 million if he's one of the big ones, and you can't pay these guys a few grand. Come on, do better. What do you expect? This was the same case with the NFL, remember? Do you remember when they had the strike? And rightfully so, because they were getting paid jack shit. And so they brought in lingerie football league rats, and they had that hilarious debacle with Seattle and Green Bay, right at the end of the game, and it was like, it's clearly, no, we'll just make it up as we go along. Okay, fair enough. They at the end after that, they were like, Roger Goodell was like, shit, we better actually pay them some money. Because these are fucking terrible. And that was a big problem all week. But that's that Liberty game. I'd like to go back and watch that properly, because that was kind of just sat there in the background, and I'll just look around every now and then and see something going off. Look like
Liberty and Virginia Tech's quarterback went off in the air and went off in the ground.
There was one guy, Yarber.
Yeah, CJ Yarbo.
Wide out. Good player. Like him.
In the very first game that Liberty
he scored a touchdown inside the first few minutes. I was like, no.
CJ in the very first game for Liberty had a literal one-handed, just beautiful catch in the end zone.
Yeah, he was a stud. He was a real stud, that kid. I was well impressed.
Malik Willis, the Liberty.
I'm talking about Willis.
Yeah, exactly. He had
he's that every fucking day.
20 of 30, 217 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the air. He also had 19 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown on the ground.
Yeah, piss take of that boy.
Man. And then fucking Hendon Hooker, the Virginia Tech quarterback, was 20.
I've had a Hendon Hooker before. It certainly wasn't nearly as exciting as he was, I'll tell you.
Hooker, on 3 passes less than Willis, got the same 217 and 3 touchdowns. But on the ground, he had 20 carries, 156 yards, and a touchdown. So Hooker technically had a better game, but they still lost. But the Flames are now 7-0, coming into probably the rest of their garbage schedule, and then their final game against Coastal Carolina, which that will be an absolute burner.
Mm.
Yes. The next